and turn it for the win for themselves. We're about to go to the commercial break, but shoutouts to the DJ first, DJ Spruik, rocking over on twitter.com/Spruik, and also everybody else over at 10K Tournaments. Definitely follow them at 10K Tournaments. But we'll be right back with the next game in just a few minutes. Alright guys, welcome back to the ALCS semifinals matchup between Lyon Gaming versus the one, the only LoLpro. On to this matchup of level 1. It's going to be advancing, but Lyon on the red side right now, while we do have point defense coming out from LoLpro at the moment. But as we are about to get in level 1, Nubius, what are we seeing?
Look down the bot lane. We got a couple pings. They got to keep quiet. It's Jinx hunting season. LOD sitting in that bush. If Lyon's smart, they'll hug the bottom side. The vision will be denied by that wall right there, and LOD just won't see it coming.
And we'll see if that's going to rocket in just a few seconds. We have a little bit of waiting time because you don't want to pressure it in, and actually
I think they're waiting on their
wall.
totems.
Oh man, this is dangerous. This is dangerous for LOD. This is dangerous for Lyon, and Porky is actually going to back away. Wanted to talk about the lane matchups, but we're about to get into this gank, and we'll see if Lyon wants to take it right now.
Alright, so it might be a delayed invade. I mean, if they catch one person, they certainly don't need Porky there. I'm actually kind of shocked that they're not going to force a 1v2 against a Riven. Riven's only running a Doran shield, and wow, opting to back out. That would have been either Summoners or First Blood. Even though First Blood isn't nearly as strong nowadays, because before 4 minutes you only get, I think it's like 280 gold. It's still something to gun for. It's extra gold for your team. And in turn, it just gets very frustrating if you're the enemy that's like, oh, I gave that up, I gotta play careful now.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see if they can start it up into that one, and with the fail, well, late invade, and a lot of poke coming down onto the bottom lane. So yeah, and Ner'zilla gonna have to walk it away. Uri taking a lot of poke as well at mid. A lot of things not going right for Lyon in the first few seconds. We'll see how LoLpro want to keep it going.
Alright, so I think we gotta keep our eyes hooked between mid and top lane. Nijaki and Yuri playing kind of safe right now. Might just be waiting to level 3 till they have all 3 of their abilities. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes Ziggs like to go 2 points in Q, 1 point in E, or 1 point in W, depending on what kind of lane control they're going for, and then try to go for some semblance of a Flash Ignite all in, having the extra damage in a second rank of his Q. Not entirely sure if that's what Jackie's looking for. He already has 1 in Q, 1 in W, W being a status charge. Here's level 3. He actually did put a second point in his Q, so we may be seeing some intense action going in between Ziggs and Syndra.
So I mean, there's probably going to be a game coming up from Heaven Time pretty soon. Saya taking really low. Again, LOD just rocking it out with that Jinx. 12-9 on the CS score at the moment. We do see the first game coming up from Fiak. Fiak going to try to get some damage in before actually catching in with the Cocoon. Nice Cocoon, and Porky going to try to dive it all out. And the first blood is going to go over the Porky.
That was a tremendous prediction, Cocoon. Fiak tossed that out before the flash from Haunter even went off. Landed perfectly in between 2 creep as well. And a Riven that's getting behind is not going to have nearly as much fun as a Riven that gets a lead. So Haunter grabbing up a Doran's Blade to complement the Doran's Shield. Now just looking to sustain and farm. Maybe try to get a burst kill at level 6, but reconnecting with an experience lead. We've all seen how much of a bully he can be. Saya, though, he's getting poked out beyond belief.
Yeah, they were actually really worried about that dive over there. That they actually warded out the Tri-Brush over from blue side, so that's pretty interesting coming up from Lyon. Unfortunately for Saya, he's going to play it very passively, gets hit by the Zap, and might even back away from this one. A lot of lane dominance over in the early game for bot lane, and LoLpro really adjusted to the meta, have been pushing it well over at bot.
So I want to make note, LoPally, just before Champion Select ended, he had heal for the full 3 minutes, but that getting caught out, being forced to flash over the Flame Chompers, then almost got intense. But Pally, he originally had heal on Sona, but I think he realized that Jinx and Sona are a tremendous poke lane and a sustain lane combined in one. Back like around season 2, lanes are pretty much segregated to poke, sustain, or all in, but the combination of these two provide the best of both worlds, something that might need to be nerfed in future patches, but right now we can see Ezreal and Annie really not enjoying this lane thus far.
Yeah, they are just all in, get that burst damage and get some poke in as well. But with this sustain coming out from LoLpro, LG having the time of his life, 35 to 20 on the CS score. We do have Seiya coming right back in, actually gonna get hit on to LD, but LD is still gonna back away, no problem. Picking up the 2 Jordan's Blades for Seiya, so that's gonna help him sustain through. But the yeah, Jinx is gonna be pretty big going right back in to the next lane part of the phase.
Yeah, optimally for Seiya, he'd like to have a Sheen as that first item so that he can, in combination with a stun, potentially a Tibbers coming out from Nezreal, can get a huge burst, flow burst damage coming out onto whoever is targeted by that stun, and then in turn pick up a very quick kill on that lane. Picking up that second Doran's Blade signifies to me that they are not looking for any sort of kills yet, just trying to stay in lane, pick up experience, and then, like we were talking about earlier, relying on Theak to come on down, potentially avoiding wards and make a fight into a 3-on-2 so they can secure at least one of those kills and then maybe a dragon.
And we were talking about this before too. LoLpro picking up the Ignite, they're going to be playing it really aggressively, so Theak should be able to just repel in if need be or flash in and get a cocoon. But with how much poke Seiya's taking right now, I don't think they're actually going to do anything about bot lane for the moment. But we do see a pretty big pause in the action. We'll see how Seiya will just handle it out over bottom lane.
Well, LoLpro, they have one pink ward in each of the tiny little river brushes, and I'm surprised that teams don't immediately check that out pretty much right after the game gets rolling. It's a very popular spot to drop those pink wards, and it's a great way to keep vision over that mid lane. So Nijaki, at least until those wards get taken out, is going to be, he's going to feel incredibly safe from those ganks of Theak, meaning that he needs to resort to either ganking bot or top lane, but there's just so much vision on the hands of LoLpro right now that it's really only the bottom lane worth a shot at a gank.
I've been seeing a lot of challenger teams actually pick up this pink ward by the Dragon Brush over there, and now passing that up, getting the other secret bush in, and be able to just lock it down. They're still gonna have to flash out from this one, so they're taking a lot of poke damage now. Him and Valor really strong, and we're gonna see them back away because there is a little spider lady, or they don't see him. There's gonna be a gank coming out from Theak, LoLpro, and they're still gonna try to get in onto this one. Well,
beautiful
LZ gonna take it down. Gonna get hit by the cocoon and finish up by Seiya. Great job by the gank. Theak gonna help out that bot lane.
So that's exactly what Lyon was looking for. Those double Dorans on Seiya allowed him to survive and stay in the lane, even after the poke from a Jinx Sona. But hold on, Theak is coming for another.
Theak gonna try to jump in onto the LoLpro, gets the flash away. Great cocoon just block it out, but now we do see Nijaki coming back in, gonna go help out with the gank, gonna get versus so low. Hit the bomb in, but not enough damage to vision out. Oh, yeah.
Blue buff transferred.
Gonna hit into some mines, and last auto attack gonna be given into Jackie. May take the first kill for LoLpro.
Alright, so Nijaki's gonna get the ball rolling, dropping those bombs. Almost managed to pick up 2. Seiya, though, nice job with his micromanagement skills, able to arcane shift and flash out of all the skill shots being tossed his way. At the same time, managing to get behind creep and champions, so the Hymn of Valor from LoLpro didn't manage to pick him off as well. But that blue buff that was sitting on Theak is now in the hands of Nijaki. With that happening, Yuri is not going to have that in his control. Yuri also having an exhaust, so he's not going to be able to burst down Nijaki as well.
Yeah, and Nijaki is going to be really strong with this one, and you alluded to before, those wards are going to be super strong as well. So we do see Yuri just clearing it up. He did pick up a Chalice of Harmony, so they're going to be just playing it really passively, and Nijaki going to get hit, but I don't think there's going to be enough damage to finish it up, especially with Yuri on that exhaust.
No, a little too much magic resist between the runes and the Chalice of Harmony right now on Nijaki. Also, he was at full health and had potions running preemptively. There's no Ignite to limit that health regen from those potions, but Theak once again coming to the bot lane. You actually might be seeing a tower dive. Ner'zhul just hit level 6.
The Cocoon gonna miss off. Well, probably gonna get in, gonna get smacked out, but gets the crescendo. The backway Ner'zhul. Still a kill coming out with the Yak. You see Heaven Time gonna rotate back in to try to get up, but cannot catch up to Seiya and Ner'zhul. Gonna back away easily. And actually, the Yak wants to go in yet again. Oh man, made some plays in this release. Can you keep it up? Again, there's no ward at the Tri-Brush, and Heavy Time gonna do it right in. He uses sweeper to get away, and everybody else gonna back away from bot lane.
Alright, so we do have one sweeper between each team right now, sweeping lens. The rest of them are going to sit on warding totems. I would guess that the support's going to swap on over once we break from lane phase, or at the point when they pick up those...
Squire orbs or
No, not scarves. I'm thinking of the... Oh man, I'm losing it tonight. I'm not feeling well. God damn it, the warding items.
totem?
No, not even the totem. I'm just gonna drop it. Whatever.
Okay, wait.
But nonetheless, we do have Heaven Time sitting on top of a ward as it is in the bottom lane. I don't even think he realizes.
No.
And there's no way for him to clear that out because his lens is on cooldown. Are gonna land one undertow into Seiya. He's just gonna simply arcane shift away. Uh-oh. Ragnarok being blown.
Gonna get in on the Seiya, gonna be finished up by Heaven Time, no problem. Hits another undertow, doesn't want to go dive for that second kill, no problem coming out. Now we do have 2 to 3 on the kill score and keeping up the damage. LoLpro try to push in even more so on the bottom lane.
So I did not expect that amount of burst damage coming on the Seiya, but once he got below 30%, Heaven Time said, screw it, I'm gonna pop Ragnarok and run on in, ignoring this Ner'zhul. LOD managed to land a perfect zap and then turn the Super Mega Death Rocket with in conjunction with the undertow did not allow Seiya to really move much of anywhere. So it was one of the easiest rockets that LOD probably ever had to toss out. But Haunter having kind of a rough bout in this top lane, down by just about 20 CS and a kill. So Porky technically sitting around 120 farm at this point in time compared to the 84 of Haunter.
And it's keeping up the damage with that first kill, so Haunter gonna try to rock back in, but can't really do anything. Porky's just gonna sustain it back up and heal it back down. You see the first dragon gonna be taken away, and this Mega Inferno Bomb not gonna actually kill the damage down. The Yak!
Ooh!
Is gonna get picked up by a Super Mega Death Rocket because, yeah, they kind of played that a little too long right there.
Also, at the same time, that pink ward did not give vision of the ward just in the back of Dragon Pit, so they thought they were playing it safe. It needed to move forward like 2 more inches, and they'd have had full, complete control of that pit, but no. So LOD gonna pick up another, actually 1 kill. Heaven Time had the other kill on Ezreal underneath that tower, but even still, we have 1-1-1 between each of the 2 AD carries, but a pretty tremendous 20 farm difference between these 2 carries. And Jinx, I'm gonna have to say Jinx is definitely the stronger AD carry moving into late game.
We get an LOD on that Comfort Champion, just doing so well with that 20 CS lead, and we do see the first tower actually gonna be taking away a mid. Jackie and Heaven Time pushing that down. LoLpro pick up the first turret of the game over at the mid tier 1.
Yeah, the big thing is Yuri running exhaust. There's no big kill threat out of him. Syndra is supposed to be an early game bully, looking to get 2, 3, 4 kills. It's like a Riven, but a mage caster. So not having that threat is allowing Nijaki to be super confident in lane, allowing him to roam, pick up kills, and not worry so much about the ganks from Thyak.
And with that, Yuri is just gonna keep on farming in the jungle as well, which is unfortunate for him, but he'll catch back up. Do have a gank possibly happening. Unfortunately, Heaven Time find the ward, gonna be taking that one down.
So just so you guys know, that 1 pink ward just north of the Dragon Pit and the tiny little brush was taken out, but there is still one sitting just south of the Baron Pit right now. LOD working towards a very fast Infinity Edge, not going the route that most Challenger players go, which is typically a Bloodthirster Static Shiv. But you can go with that Infinity Edge because the Q, the little minigun that Jinx likes to carry on, the attack speed steroid is perfect in terms of picking up an early Infinity Edge, churn out the crits over and over with that huge surge of attack speed. You can still opt to go for a Static Shiv. I like that item so much. It's great for wave clear and also pretty fun for team fighting if you manage to get the Static Shiv proc to crit on multiple people. But
yeah.
Even still, LOD is having a pretty fun time right now, being a lane bully. But I think that they are expecting this gank from Theak right now. They might have even been spotted by that ward.
Yeah, they definitely know about that. And LOD just laid down some shots onto Seiya. Seiya, I mean, he's been playing really well. Unfortunately, in the quarterfinals, he did super well, and now he's playing a little bit more like Immortal. He is getting caught in, and Theak actually going to catch on at half time. Gonna hit the Ragnarok. Now gonna see Ner'Zhul gonna be bursting down. Tipper's gonna go on the LOH, but nothing gonna happening. LOD gonna be able to pick up one. We do see this Mega Inferno Bomb actually gonna hit in. No, it will miss away. Now Theak on the chase. Gonna try to get the LoLpro. Doesn't want to repel.
Jacky's coming down.
And we do see Jackie gonna come in through the pink ward, and we're gonna hit nothing. Unfortunately, with that pink ward, he's just gonna zone out. Gonna be able to clear that wave. And now we do have Seiya and Theak waiting. Are they actually going to try to defend this? Is Jackie going to help out with the push? Those are questions that are coming up really soon.
Alright, well, Renekton picking up a Sunfire cape compared to the others, but Theak getting caught out once more by a perfect zap. Going to repel 2 creep under the tower though. Heaven time without that Ragnarok, probably not going to try to risk it. LoLpro also does not have that crescendo as it was blown onto Ner'Zhul. Kun going to miss. Simply just going to trade skill shots back and forth. Nothing of importance is going to land. The whole goal of LoLpro at this point in time is just to keep pushing this lane to the tower. Maybe force somewhere else, but Ner'Zhul's back. His stun is charged. Tibbers is not active.
Whoa, Theak going way too ham right over there. Now Ner'Zhul, a little bit of poke, but just gonna back away from this. He actually wanted to come down for that rotate. Didn't want to actually just commit to that. So we're gonna see everybody back out from LoLpro, and we're gonna see the push over at bottom for Lyon now. And Lyon, with Seiya and Ner'Zhul getting pushed in quite a bit, do you think they're gonna have an effective mid game, or do you think LOD and LoLpro have been doing really well with that?
At this point in time, I'm thinking that LoLpro, they have a huge advantage in the bot lane, a pretty significant advantage in the mid lane. The only issue is going to be Porky's Renekton. The man is a beast. He knows the ins and outs of Renekton so well, and Haunter is farming up decently, but Riven is very much a snowbally champ, and if you can't really beat Porky into his tower, he's technically losing the lane, so it's going to be a very rough mid-game team fight, at least for Haunter. Heaven time should be quite alright. He's keeping up with farm pretty well. At the same time, going to take the second tower of the game for LoLpro. I mean, at least they do have that Olaf to fall back on if Haunter does get in a little bit of a pickle, which he kind of currently is, simply sitting on a Bloodthirster. I believe at 17 minutes he would probably prefer to have a little bit more, considering he'd like to pick up a couple more kills. But at this point in time, not a huge issue. Dragon coming up in about 35 seconds, and that should signify another fight coming up.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see if Lyon / Porky wants to come down, because he is technically the strongest member at the moment for his team. We do have the back away from Haunter, and so the timing is going to be starting pretty soon for everybody to actually get to this dragon. In about 16-17 seconds, LoLpro is already coming in. Got some vision, but I don't know if they're actually going to force themselves into that. And we saw this over in the Battle Atlantic with Lemon Dogs and TSM. This top lane is literally just talking to each other, but we do have Theak going to hit off the crescendo. Super Mega Death Rocket going to hit, and there's all Heavy Type trying to chase in, going to hit on the Theak, and wow, LoLpro going to pick it out from the Ignite. You have that Heavy Time going to take him down, and a Syndra double kill coming out, triple kill coming out for Yuri. Yuri's going to try to catch it, and gets the exhaust down on Jackie, and Jackie is almost dead, and God's going to get smacked out, and Seiya are going to be able to clean that one up to kind of deny that Quadra, but great job by Yuri, rotating in early.
The 3 kills onto Eri. Originally he was in a little bit of a bind, but now he should easily have the Deathfire Grasp and have no issues at all nuking down either LoLpro, LOD, or Nijaki. And like we were talking about, that dragon coming up was going to be indicative of a pretty big engage coming out. Lyon knew the exact timing of that dragon, and they played that perfectly. So 3 kills into the hand of Eri, going into huge, probably one of the biggest mid-game burst mages in the game. Having 3 kills right now, probably the scariest thing you can have at this point in time.
Definitely, with the 3 kills, Eri is going to be buying up a storm with that one, and it was that dragon fight was going to kind of contest where the mid game was going to go. Now with that 5-7 kill advantage, with the 3k gold lead, Lyon, although having a pretty weak game over at bot and at mid, have turned this one around for a little bit of a goal lead.
Alright, so Death Firegrass being completed. Also seeing Ari pick up a Chalice of Harmony and another Blasting Wand. He may be trying to rush of White Staff right off the bat. But there's really no magic resist at all besides the buff from Sona. The Aria Perseverance provides some armor magic resist, a tiny little bit, and then also the Athene's Unholy Grail. Maybe trying to target out Jackie, but at the same time, Syndra should just take whatever kill she can get and just slowly but surely snowball away.
Yeah, I would have liked to see some more burst damage coming out from Syndra, but Void Staff early would be a really good buy, as well as maybe, I wouldn't know, a
Death Cap?
Death Cap would be good. We could see a Zyaz as well, but we're going to see Uri playing the big aggressive game. Hopefully it'll work out. Biak and everybody else getting poked away. And Ziggs, if you didn't know already, is a great poke champion. Can do some great stuff to poke at the tower, but now they're going to engage upon DFG. Jackie goes down so fast. We're going to get the repel into the team. LoLpro already used the crescendo to back everybody off, and I think they're going to just back away. Syndra just showing off the force and bursting down Jackie.
Yuri didn't even bother to use that elixir he had, actually just popping the Brilliance elixir right now, so going to have a nice little steroid of AP and cooldown reduction. The whole point of this right now, doing what the comp that Lyon built best, and that's the poke down siege and poke down towers.
And say it's gonna get caught in, doesn't have anything else, so Heaven Time gonna get rocked out. But with everybody disengaging right now, great job at the zap for LOD to back away. Now Seiya's taking a lot of damage, gonna miss up on the zap. We do have Haunter trying to just rotate in. Super Mega Death Racket gonna hit on Seiya. We're gonna see the Wind Slash miss off. Great job by Seiya, flashing out of that one.
I liked what Thyak tried to do there. I believe that they spotted Haunter coming down, and he tried to pop. Oh, Super Mega, the Death Bomb, not gonna hit anything. But he popped the Greater Lens to try to deny vision on Haunter, so he could potentially miss out on the activation of the Wind Slash. Clearly, the flash is used by Seiya to not get hit by that, but good awareness and good mechanics to try to block that out of Haunter.
Unfortunately, Haunter's not going to be able to get it in, and Seiya's going to live out another day. Actually have barrier still up as well, so Seiya was pretty safe with that one. And if you haven't seen this guy play AD carry, he has some great micro mechanics, so we'll see how Seiya can keep it going over in that bot lane. And we do see some good stuff coming up from LOD, picking up the Infinity Edge, like you said, maybe building into a Zeal, Phantom Dancer, maybe the next item, or maybe the Last Whisper, depending on how tanky Thyax's going to get into it. With a 135 score, does have some great items already on the way.
Alright, so now Lyon Gaming returning the favor, dropping a pink ward down in that tiny little bush just north of Dragon. I'm just going to call it the pink bush from now on. That's pretty much the only kind of ward that goes in there nowadays. And then you look a little bit further north of that bush, we've got what used to be called the banana bush, but today I decided to coin it the plantain bush. A little bit smaller, doesn't quite have the banana shape, but we know what it once was.
It's unfortunate because there's a lot of changes. I mean, remember when Gangplank had a really interesting portrait of hair, and yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that's not safe for work at all.
It is not safe for work at all, and unfortunately, ever fortunately for you guys, right? It's gonna clean up all the bushes all around the map. We do see Haunter maybe picking in, gonna get some damage onto Porky, but Porky gonna back away, and a big push coming up at mid. Lion trying to poke away. Actually gonna rotate to try to take some jungle cap, and Haunter, Porky gonna go one-on-one. Porky still has dominance, and he's gonna pop that to just get away from that one. A lot of damage coming out from Haunters.
Yeah, at the same time, ultimate for ultimate, I think that's a fair trade. Both Ignites are still up, and actually might see a dive onto Haunter right now with that ultimate being down.
Biak with a great cocoon going in, and the Porky just gonna clean that one. Easy peasy. Great job by Porky and Biak. That synergy just working out well. Every time we're gonna catch in the jungle, gonna hit the damage, and oh my gosh, they're still gonna be able to finish that one up. Tibbers OP rocking it down onto the Viking.
I didn't realize Vikings could be defeated by little girls, but clearly it can be the case. Last night we didn't have a very good showing of Annie play, but tonight it seems to be a bit of a role reversal. We had a prevalent showing of Threshes going up against Annie. So I think it was Threshes and Leonas, plural, facing up against Annie. And time after time, we saw Annie having 4, 5, 6, I think up to 10 deaths at one point.
Yeah, it wasn't a very awesome game for the Lyon Gaming support, unfortunately, for Annie. And we do have everybody backing up from LoLpro. We're gonna have the damage coming in onto Seiya, but Seiya's gonna dodge out, no problem. And we'll see if Ner'zhul can keep on carrying. But it's really been the Uri show for this time for Lyon Gaming. We see Seiya with the big plays, and now Uri 303 gonna be building into something. Hasn't decided just yet, and you said it right. The Void Staff is gonna be rushed in.
Alright,
so Seiya plays right there, getting to steal that blue buff away. But keep on.
Oh yeah, so the Void Staff coming out is a little odd. I mean, I think he's preemptively getting the magic penetration and making sure he secures the full damage between the Deathfire Grasp and his full ball combo with his ultimate. But at the same time, I really do think that in terms of, like, Syndra is looking for raw damage because she's very much an early to middle of the mid game champion, and then will fall off pretty heavily unless she's snowballed pretty hard. But at the same time, we got Nijaki. Even though he doesn't have as many kills as the Uri, he's still got 274 farm, 60 farm ahead of Yuri. So I'd say that they're essentially on the same level. We have Nijaki with the Athenes into a death cap. And I would not be shocked with, let's see how much gold he's selling right now. 900-ish. Hasn't gone back for, he's going back right now. Might pick up another blasting one, but I think that that also might lead into, so we could be seeing a Void Staff in that regard. But I do think that he has a better team fight presence with the not with Death, but the Rabadon's Death Cap combo and Athene's and Holy Grail.
Yeah, we'll see him try to burst into some people. I mean, he has a lot of pokes, so that'll really work out well when there's sieges happening. But there haven't been any sieges happening for LoLpro, as we do see Lyon Gaming just brute forcing tier 1s all around. Gonna be taking out the last tier 1 turret for LoLpro into this game. Seiya in the right. Gonna try to finish it up, and actually gonna do it blindly. No, he's gonna finish it up, no problem. And it's interesting what Lyon's doing, and it's kind of weird.
Lyon are taking the strategy of what Quantic did. Quantic, they got figured out pretty easily. All they do is they simply waited and stalled out, and their goal was just make the enemy team screw up, because most North American teams, as we have a pretty big bomb clearing out the wave. Well, not tier 2 turret. What most of these challenger teams do is they'll position for a buff, and if they have to wait like a minute or two, they'll start to see waves building up, and then they start to get anxious. And by getting anxious, it forces them to make mistakes, and Quantic fed off of that. But once they have figured it out, teams realized, oh, all we have to do is wait, and then maybe force an engage or slow push on them, and then it was no sweat. Like that's pretty much why Quantic got crushed. People are going to say, oh, they had lag, what have you. But lag isn't going to stop people from making hair trigger reactions. Like, it's not going to cause someone to immediately dive in. It's like, oh, I had lag, so I decided to jump in on the enemy. And it's these kind of strategies that these foreign teams are picking up on. It's like, Americans have no patience. The North American teams have no patience. So we're just going to feed off of that. We're going to put them in an uncomfortable situation and then force them to screw up.
And we were about to see that too from LoLpro. Jinx/LOD was in a little precarious situation. I'd like to just face check into the whole Lyon Gaming team. So maybe that theory is proven true, and Lyon is just taking their advantages whenever they can. And unfortunately for LoLpro at the moment, pretty good job in the early game. In the middle to late game, it's not looking too well for them at the moment.
Alright, so Nijaki might be getting close to setting some sort of record right now. He's cruising along with the farm, cross-map farming with his ultimate, the Mega Inferno Bomb. At rank 2, dealing close to 700 damage. Once it picks up that Void Staff, it should be dealing close to true damage, because we are not seeing much in the way of magic resist. I lied a little bit. We have two champions with a pretty decent amount. We've got Renekton with Spirit Visage, Elise with Lock of the Iron Soul. Besides that, not much of anything. But at the same time, Nijaki, he's not looking to gun down Elise or Renekton. He's looking to take down the likes of Ezreal, Syndra, or Annie.
Yeah, now Seiya's in a really precarious situation. Ner'zhul wants to start in. Actually going on LOD really fast. We do have the going to rocket onto the Haunsters. Have time going to try to get out, but it is going to be the first kill. LOD going to pick up one. Party going to pick up the other one onto Heaven Time. Right necked in.
Nice rocket.
Out is going to be LOD onto the and now we do have Porky in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Seiya's just zoned out from the bombs. We do see Uri just burn in. Jackie going to pick up one, but we do have Uri picking up a double kill at the moment. LOH, and we do have Jackie just backing away from this one. Lyon gonna do the same. 3 for 3 on the kills. Nothing really else happening from that one, but a lot of damage coming out from Jackie, like you said. It's gonna be brutal in the next team fight.
Well, the biggest thing was, just before that fight started, Jackie tossed his ult onto Baron. I don't know why he did that, because LoLpro saw 2 to 3 champions poking out from that little bush just south of Lyon Gaming's Wraith Brush. So clearly that's going to indicate that they're not going to be doing Baron. Like, Ezreal is pretty key in taking out that objective, giving attack speed boost to Renekton, Thyak, pretty much his whole team auto-attacking that objective down at the same time. AD carries are known to be like the #1 melters of Baron besides like Nunu, Mundo, and Anasis. So that was a pretty big blunder. It may have actually turned the fight around in LoLpro's hands, but Lyon, tremendous job in taking advantage of all these little mistakes that LoLpro were making.
And we'll see if Lyon can keep it going. As we do see, well, probably gonna get out of there, no problem. Thyak ready to burn down Flash. You see the zone not coming up from Jackie. Oh, the buff steal. I think it's imminent, but we do have Thyak gonna actually try to jump in. It was Heaven Time to pick that one up, no problem. And we do see the bot gonna go down. Let's clear out some more minions.
Now this gold lead, like we were talking about very early on in the game, Lyon's looking to chip away, chip away, chip away. They are now sitting on just below a 5,000 gold lead. 31 minutes in. Where did that kill come from?
Thyak just got picked off right there. He was trying to position in, trying to pick off one. Every time they're going to rush in. Going to get the axe under on the Porky. Porky going to get zapped as well. We do have the Ascension. Going to try to get everybody out of there. And wow, mobility is pretty strong with the team, except for Porky. Get knocked in. Hanzo going to try to close out this damage. Or we're going to back it away with the Scout of the Week. And LoLpro, they're still going to be pushing in. They're definitely going to get the tier 2 turret at least from this one. Can they pick up on anyone? Jackie is the one to try to push it with the team. Or he's going to try to zone out Scout of the Week to clear the wave. They're just going to try to poke in as well.
I'm really hoping Jackie decides to go for a Lichbane, because Lyon Gaming, they have 2 champions that can just straight up dive in and try to murder a carry. If you can pick up a Lichbane, especially sitting on 400 ability power with that item, should be hovering around 500. One ability, one auto attack should practically nuke the likes of an Elise down, no sweat.
So yeah, you're gonna actually just pick up on turret as well. 2 turrets already getting pushed in. We had the dragon go on from LoLpro, so LoLpro gonna pick that one easy. And they're actually gonna clear up the second tier 2 turret. So 2 turrets for a dragon. Don't say it was worth, but Lyon just gonna be able to walk right on by LoLpro.
Alright, wards are getting cleared out. It seems like Lyon Gaming are looking to do some sort of bait. Uh-oh. Shh, don't alert LoLpro. We might have a huge pick right here.
Haunts are gonna go down easy peasy, delete it from the map. We're gonna have Jackie get hooked out. And now this might be a case to try for a Baron. Or they're actually gonna play it safe and really get stuff coming out from Lyon again. Actually, they're gonna rotate down to Drag.
Well, Dragon already went down, so
yeah.
And I believe that they did spot that going down,
Right.
but they're rotating to pick up buffs and jungle farm, trying to deny everything from the hands of LoLpro. As we can see, it's proven to be to great effect. They're doing the strategy that Quantic did. They're just looking to try to starve, drain away any sort of resources that LoLpro can pick up and force them to do some sort of big engage. And look at Olaf right now. He really only has the Ancient Golem and a Spectre's Cowl. Not terribly tanky, so popping the Ragnarok, trying to run into the middle of a fight, he's going to get deleted instantly. Riven, not terribly tanky either, picking up home guards very rapidly. That's 475 gold spent to just get back to your inhibitor turret. That's it. That's really pretty much all it does for you right there. Wasted combat stat, more or less, unless we have Lyon Gaming really trying to push into the base. So I typically advise players, more often than not, unless you have an imminent threat of a team pushing it on your base, and like you really need to get there ASAP, hold off on that, because that's 475 gold that could be spent on a ruby crystal, a longsword, something that can actually apply damage to the enemy team.
And taking this and other stats as well. Really, really important buy, and unfortunately for Haunter, making that a little bit early, even Jackie as well, picking up the home guards pretty early with the Stork Shoes. I think the Spectre's Cowl, where is he going to go with that one as he clears the wave over at bottom? Don't know, but we'll see if that's going to be happening pretty soon for them. Other than that, I have to agree. Lyon Gaming just trying to starve out the visions, trying to starve out everything that LoLpro is trying to set up for. And if they can pick off one, that'd be really key. But Lyon just playing it so well, making sure they can get the poke, get the damage, and when they want to siege, they know they have the advantage.
I love Yuri's thought process right now. He's simply sitting on a Chalice of Harmony because he knows that he's not looking to have an extended fight. He's looking to just kill one, maybe two people, and that's all he needs to do. That's all he's good for. So picking up the Deathfire Grasp, picking up the Void Staff, and now has Raban's Death Cap. He's been sitting on the Chalice of Harmony pretty early. I believe he picked it up right after he got his first needlessly large rod, and he's simply using that as part of his wave clear. That's about it. He's not looking to try to catch anyone out, but Thyak is getting a little bit caught.
Oh, Thyak had to get back away from that one. Actually, Hunter got caught as well, so some people caught out in the open. Unfortunately for Thyak, he's actually stranded in the open at the moment. But we're going to have Lyon just back away from this one. They did pick up Hunter off of a cheeky ward over there at the Wraith Rush, and we'll see if Lyon wants to actually just engage in on the team. They did just see the back of Jackie. Although Jackie does have the super good Inferno Bomb coming in and play. LoLpro, he's taken down really low. LoLpally gonna be back away from this one, no problem. Porky taking so much damage, but oh my gosh, they're still gonna be taking that one down. They're gonna burn everything down, but oh my gosh, Jackie coming right back in, hitting up one. Can he fish up on the other one? Uri just gonna burn Jackie so
oh my
so
god,
low.
is he gonna get a
Holy
quadra?
damage, that was so much, and
Triple
LOD
kill.
gonna be able to finish up on the side. A triple kill coming out from LOD.
Oh no, double
coming
kill.
out from both
I
carries.
thought Nezreal went down, but he'd actually decided to flash over the wall and hide in a bush that wasn't warded.
Well, it's important to have that vision control, and that was good coming out from them. Only problem that came about for Lyon was LoLpro's carries were doing tremendous amount of damage without being really focused there, man. As like LG pretty much Jackie cleaned up, but what else did you see from that fight?
What I saw from that fight was a beautiful crescendo from LoLpally. If he went down before the crescendo went off, that would have been lights out for LoLpro. Probably would have been game right there. But he managed to get out of that fight. I think he was taken down towards the end there. Not entirely sure if he managed to get out because I was mesmerized by the play by LOD. Jackie, make sure he got off his full combo. I think his Mega Inferno Bomb only hit one person, but the big thing was he got off 2 bouncing bombs and his Hexplosive Minefield and managed to keep enough control, slow down 2 to 3 members of Lyon Gaming, and that allowed LOD to do the chase that he needed. It allowed him to pick off that one kill, which in turn got him excited, pick up another kill, got excited, and as we saw, completely rolled through the enemy of Lyon Gaming.
Yeah, and if you don't take care of the carries, usually you will not have the best of games, especially if they can clean up onto everybody. So LOD and Jackie can be trying to carry it out for LoLpro, while we do have that push coming out from Lyon Gaming. Can they keep up team tactics? That's gonna be the question. Or will LoLpro just keep it going for themselves and pick up more and more kills? It's all really on LoLpally and Heaven Time to really control this matchup, and Jackie and LOD just put on the damage, put on the hurt onto everybody of Lyon Gaming.
Hey Twitch chat, 420 farm onto Jackie right now, cross-map farming with the Mega Inferno Bomb. I'd say what's keeping LoLpro in this game is just their sheer levels of farm. 322 to compare to 267 on LOD. 419, I call it 420, just call it an even number, compared to Jackie compared to Uri. So the team fights, that last team fight was really good for LoLpro, but besides that, the only thing that's really keeping LoLpro in this game is their significant farm numbers. Besides that, Lyon Gaming, tremendous amounts of strategy that they're playing out, making sure that they're slow pushing, picking off objectives, taking jungle farms, so their farm numbers aren't tremendous. Tower lead, though, dragons, and these tiny little picks they keep grabbing in turn turning into pushes, what's giving them this lead.
It is giving them this lead in almost 3k gold, but a lot of damage coming down from Jackie and LOD. And like you said, the farm numbers are astounding. 325 to 280. That's a 50 CS lead, but oh my gosh, 160 coming out right now from Jackie. She's doing so much more, trying to just poke in onto the team. Well, we do have Lyon just forming up yet again, trying to get that vision control, but when in the sense is vision control going to be enough when LoLpro can just poke it out onto Lyon and just win out fights right after?
Alright, so we have a big issue here. Flash Crescendo coming from the LOH. Goodbye, Yuri.
And that was actually a big thing because Uri is the damage dealer at the moment for the team. To be able to back away from this one is the team of Lyon. Yeah, they're going to be able to get back into the base, no problem. Do have the Economy rotating off on the side, so they're going to have to clear this wave right quick. Now just poke away at this one. Haunter actually going to go poke, or just farm it, or tank it up right now. Jackie and everybody else just zoning it in, and they're going to be able to go. First inhibitor turret of the game. LoLpro going to take that one down. Now they're actually forced this one onto the inhibitor. Can LOD finish it up? He needs one more, two more shots. Not actually finishing it up, and it's LoLpro coming out. Finish that one up for them and picking up the first inhibitor of the game. 40 minutes in.
Just before Pally went in for that Flash Crescendo, I was about to say, you know, the next mistake or the next catch is going to either lead to a Baron or an inhibitor. And so the catch on Yuri meant that Lyon Gaming, they can't fight. And they're also, the time is ticking. We're starting to get to a point where Lissandra, for some reason I always mix up Lissandra and Syndra. It makes no sense. I'm fairly confident it's because of the hats that they wear, or the helmets, whatever you want to call them. But Syndra does have a point where she does fall off. Granted, right now she is incredibly strong, but we're not getting that many power spikes anymore. His next buy is going to be an Athene's Unholy Grail. And that's not a huge power spike. It's going to give him a little bit of cooldown reduction and a little bit more magic resist, a tiny little bit more AP, but not that much more besides that.
And meanwhile, Jackie has a Dragon's Hourglass going to pick up a Banshee's Veil as well off of the damages that he's been doing. 634 and 448 CS. That is 30 over in the minute right now. He's just monster into this game at the moment.
Well, now, after that last big fight where we saw LOD clean up 2 kills, almost pick up a third on Ner'zhul, but he managed to, remember, flash over that wall and stake into the bush. We're seeing a high stat priority on armor, Randuin, Sunfire, Thornmail, along with Ninja Tabby onto Renekton. We have what's looking like a Frozen Heart going to be built on Thyak. And also, my guess is we will be seeing Yuri start to lean towards the likes of his Zonias, but I don't know if the game's going to even go that much longer.
Oh, definitely not. Porky's going to get cut off on the side. Dominance going to be used, but the slowdown and the Crescendo are going to be put in. Reminds me of Tabe right there. Great job by LoLpro actually picking it up for himself right over there. Spending so many ultimates in that one. Not going to try to force in onto the tier 2 turret, poking away from Jackie. And this is the comp that LoLpro wanted to do in now. Have a lot of poke coming out from Zap and the bouncing bomb. Now going to get the zone in for the Mega Inferno bomb and an easy tier 2 turret coming out from LoLpro.
I want to make note, Nijaki sold his warding totem, the greater totem, picked up a Farsight orb, and did the final upgrade of it. So it has a huge range, 3,000 units. His ultimate can go quite a bit further than that, but he's using it for the vision to make sure he can snipe someone out. It's like Nidalee or Lux picking up CV, and then like if they play mid lane and try to snipe someone with a javelin or an ult. But look at that wind slash, cleaning up Ner'zhul, no issue.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be able to pick up the Seon as well. The act going to be going down in just a few seconds. LOD going to be the recipient of that one, picking up the kill. Super Mega Death Rocket going to hit on LOD, and the excitement going to hit in onto LOD as well. Everything going down, and LoLpro going to be able to take out the first game of the day.
I think LoLpro took Lion's strategy, turned it around on them. Very nicely done. LoLpro looking like they're going to have a few issues after that triple kill that Yuri picked up. But clearly that was going to be a non-issue with Nijaki picking up almost 500 farm in a 43-minute game.
500 farm in a 40-minute game indeed. 466 at the end of everything. And Jackie just doing his thing, but we can't count out or discount LOD with that Jinx. 837, 3